Australian bit of the story, since I guess it's a foreign country for most of you. So here we go. Summer had a smell to it, and on certain days the smell would reach my nose long before the heat sizzled my skin. Ranella, a comparatively tiny wine region nestled in the middle of Adelaide's southern suburbs, was not much more than open fields and vineyards when my parents bought their first home there in the mid-70s, willing to eschew proximity to the city in order to take advantage of the cheap housing in an urban sprawl that would eventually reach a further 20 kilometres south to Aldinga. By the time I was old enough to consider my surroundings, the houses were thicker on the ground, but there was always still something of a country feel to the area. You didn't have to go far before you were surrounded by dusty blonde paddocks, empty but for a handful of brownish-white merinos, and the occasional bale of hay my brother and I used to call square sheep. On a summer morning in the mid-1980s, the huge black crows greet the day with low, throaty calls as nasal as the accents of the human residents. It seems almost by design that their mournful cries are offset by the cheerful warbling of the magpies and cheeky screeches of the corellas as they swarm overhead in search of the pine tree du jour. The promise of heat, its smell as inexplicable as the one right before a rainstorm, has the ants rushing to finish their work before the heat makes it impossible to move quickly. My brother and I hurry to school, frozen drink bottles wrapped in tea towels tucked into our bags, in the vain hope they might stay cool long enough to give us some relief at recess time. The tick, tick, tick of sprinklers on every lawn, though the orange clay soil will be cracked and thirsty again by lunchtime, creates a rhythm we can walk to, our leather sandals slapping in unison on the already warm asphalt. North, the word is a threat. A huge wasteland of desert hovers above our tiny city on the map. Its breath a promise of drought, bushfires, and unbearable school days in